And I was like, finally, like, really letting go of that 7-year relationship. Not being in contact with my ex for almost a week. Tomorrow will make a whole week. I have not called him. I have not messaged him. He has not messaged me. He has not called me. And that hit deep because when you know that you are a good woman in a relationship, and when you know how you show up in your relationship as far as like really being there for your partner, like through everything, and for you not to get that reciprocated, it's just disappointing. Like, hey, it's been a couple days. Yeah, it's been probably a couple days since I recorded or whatever, and I have my moments. I don't know if it's cycle related or what, but I have my moments, okay? And lately I've been reading a lot. I've been reading the book that I was telling you all about, The Secret World of Maggie Gray. I finished that. I finished the second book, The First Family, and now I'm on the third book that I think is called The Three Brothers. Baby, we're getting these books down. If you have Kindle on your phone, I don't know about iPhone, but Samsung, well, I know iPhone too. You could use assistive reader on Kindle on any device or whatever. But Samsung particular, they have different accents for English. So I have it on this hold on. I have it on this Nigerian English accent, and baby, it's T. It don't sound robotic. And that's what I like about it. So I've been listening to it on that. Listen.
Didn't I? Yes, you told us you would let us out because you knew we would be back just in time for classes. How were good girls who just need a little break? She pouted with a puff of her lip.
You get the gist of it, right? So I definitely have been reading a lot more. I listen to it when I'm working or whatever so I can get through the book or whatever, because it's 5 books. I post them on my TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, it's capturing_Kira. Capturing_Kira. Kira. Anyway, y'all know me. Like I said, I have my moments. And last night I was having one of the moments. I was listening to Lauryn Hill, X Factor, which will always be a staple in my life because X Factor is that one. I don't know anybody personally that does not feel the words of X Factor because they've been through a same type situation, you know? And even though like I'm good off my last relationship, I still have stages of grief. And so last night, I don't know, I just put the lyrics of X Factor in my Google Assistant, and let me tell you what homegirl was saying to me. And then for some reason I just start typing because I like to document things that I'm feeling or whatever. And I was actually looking for like a cute type notebook that I can download to my phone. So I was initially looking for notebook apps, and that's how I came to my Gemini assistant or whatever. And and I was like, finally like really letting go of that 7-year relationship. Not being in contact with my ex for almost a week. Tomorrow will make a whole week. I have not called him. I have not messaged him. He has not messaged me. He has not called me. I don't know if something is wrong with him. I don't know if he's just not, because I found myself being the only one like, good morning or whatever, just trying to keep it cordial. Because like I said, we didn't end off on a bad note. A lot of things were unfortunate, A lot of things I didn't agree with. And it is what it is. It's been a year and a half since we've broken up, and it's almost been next month will be a year since I moved into my own place, out of the house that we got together. And Gemini assistant was like, the weight of a 7-year grief. It is completely natural to feel crushed by disappointment of a failed relationship. 7 years is a massive chapter in your life. And it was just like the pain of the one-sided realization, realizing that you were used to, that you were used for convenience or pleasure is deeply personal betrayal. It makes you question your worth. But please remember, his inability to value you is a reflection of his character, not your lovability. And that hit deep, because when you know that you are a good woman in a relationship, and when you know how you show up in your relationship, as far as like really being there for your partner, like through everything, and for you not to get that reciprocated, it's just disappointing. Like, what else did I have to do to show you that I was worthy of getting those things back? And so basically, Gemini was like, you didn't fail. A relationship ending after 7 years is not a failure of you. You loved deeply, fought hard, and stayed patiently. The failure was in the reciprocation. Like Lauryn Hill saying, you cannot force someone to give you what they do not have inside themselves. And that's what really, really made me come to grips with, like, girl, you was looking for this man to give you something that he did not have. And I can be at peace with that. I gave what I have, and he couldn't give what he didn't have. And so I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And I'm learning to give myself grace in those moments where I feel like, oh my goodness, or whatever, because really I'm okay. I'm really okay. Like I said, I tried to go out on a couple dates or whatever, and it's just not in my heart. It's just not in my heart to like really get to know somebody else. And I think that that's okay. I think that that's okay. Some people might think, oh girl, you've been single for a year and a half, like you should probably be able to ready to move on. But because of everything that I had dealt with, the heaviness of the weight of that relationship, it doesn't have me in a place where I'm willing to share myself like that at this time. And at the same time, I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like God is guarding my heart, because I have been through so many traumatic things in these past years or whatever. And not saying that the whole time was bad, but there were a lot of bad times, that I prayed to God to get me out of. And now I'm out of that place. I can't want to go back. It reminds me of the scripture in the Bible where God delivered his people, and they was like, yo, this is taking too long. Moses, we just gonna go ahead and turn around and go back. we gonna go back into bondage. We'll go back into slavery. I think I could take a couple hits to the back, a couple rocks to the head. But yeah, like, it's like, girl, the moment that you are sitting in currently is the moment that you prayed for. And so I really have to sit in that and be grateful, for everything that God has provided, including the peace, not having to feel like somebody is starting arguments with you because they are purposely trying to push you away because they know that they don't have the capacity in them to love you. That's deep. That's deep. But I'm really in an okay space, and now that I feel like, okay, just cut the communication off, because the communication, I don't owe him anything. He doesn't owe me anything. What we had is what we had. It is now in the past. I don't have to keep communication going just because things did not end off bad. It's not good for me. It's not good for me, and it's probably not good for him, especially if you going through stuff and you see me on the other hand, like, well, she bounced back, like she was able to recover and she was able to move on, and just by looking at, where I am right now. So yeah, I have my moments. And I know that it's other women out there that have these moments as well, that feel like, I felt like I did everything that I could in that relationship, and it was just not reciprocated. Baby, don't feel guilty because it did not work out. Don't feel like you are a failure or you are not enough. They just didn't have it in them. And you got to be at peace with that. Anyway, I'm going to catch up with you guys a little later. I just wanted to check in because it had been like a couple days. I just did not feel like picking up the camera. Camera's collecting dust. Like, girl, you bought this so that you could do this. Why are we not picking it up? Because we in our feelings and we get there sometimes. But you got to be able to, all right, we good. Say a prayer, put it in God's hands, and keep it moving. Because your life cannot consist on others and what they do. You have to focus on what you can do for yourself, because you only get this life thing. You only get to do this life thing once. And you gonna waste the time not knowing how much time you have left focused on somebody else? Nah, we ain't doing that. we ain't doing it. Baby, this kitchen be dark. And so I'm still in the process of getting my apartment the way that I want it to be. I do want to get some underlighting. I do have an underlight over the sink, but I don't have an underlighting under my other cabinets. So I want to get those lights, but I just ordered some light bulbs. These light bulbs, I think, are the warm tone. So I got natural white. So we're going to see how that brightens up the kitchen, because baby, I don't be wanting to hook up a light every time I'm recording in the kitchen. So, and plus I just wanted a little lighter in here when I'm in here. When I'm not in here, we could dim it down. But when I'm in here and I'm cooking and I'm moving around, baby, please just give me the light. Just give me the light, please. So I'm about to make me a chicken tender salad because I'm not cooking anything right now. I was about to call her my sister. My sister is probably thinking about me. My daughter wanted me to make stewed chicken again, but this time I'm gonna kind of make it different. It's gonna be more of like a thicker gravy. It's not gonna be brown. I'm gonna make it like a kind of like, it's gonna be like a pot pie type of consistency. I'm gonna do that in a crock pot. We're gonna do potatoes and carrots again. This time, instead of using chicken legs, I'm gonna use chicken thighs, and we're gonna put that with mashed potatoes. I don't know, should I do mixed vegetables in it, like peas too? I'll probably get some peas to go in there too. I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna make that. She called it a chicken boil. Like a seafood boil. She was like, "Ma, can you make chicken boil again? Chicken seafood boil?" I'm like, "Girl, that was not, it was stewed chicken." My daughter is so funny. But yeah, I've been off of work for an hour. And ain't nothing really on TV right now. Love at First Sight is back on, or Married at First Sight is back on. I watched a couple seasons of that before. I ain't really. I'd rather read my book, so I'm about to make me something to eat so I can just relax, because it's Thursday. We got one more day of work. I just found out that the process that I have been training on at work to be like the backup for this guy, that this is his actual work, he's going to be out for 2 weeks around my birthday. So I'm not going to be able to take my birthday off. I mean, I probably would still be able to take that day off, but if I wanted to take multiple days off, I'm not going to be able to do it because I didn't put it on the calendar in enough time, and I'm his backup. So I just found that out today. My boss was like, did he tell you? No, he did not. And it's okay. I haven't had coffee in a couple days because I ran out, but we've been alright. I made a tea today. This sweet tea drink mix that I got from Walmart, it has caffeine in it, which I didn't know. It has 15 milligrams of caffeine, which is not a lot compared to a coffee. So I put a partial packet in there, and I ginger, turmeric, honey, and lemon juice, and it was good. I had that this morning. I might have that before bed too. The turmeric, ginger, just to settle my stomach or whatever at night, because I have not been eating like I'm supposed to, and I'm still working on it. You know, don't judge my heart, just judge my stomach. Definitely.